Hey everyone, it's Father Sam. I don't know what to say. Burnout. Creators burnout. Lack of motivation. Mental fatigue. You feel like your to-do list is super long and yet you can't do anything. And not only can you not do anything, but you are beating yourself up because you're not able to do anything. If you're in this place, I want to, in this video, console you and give you 3 tips to help you get out of this situation and to just tell you that everything is okay. I've been a content creator actually for the last 5 or 6 years now. And let me tell you, in my experience of making content, it's true that a lot of people see oftentimes our good side, right? They see our happy face, they see my happy face, they see Father Sam smiling and preaching, and they think that it's, very easy. And yet they don't see the dark side of content creation. And in this video, I actually just want to kind of be a little bit vulnerable and open up, because I feel like a lot of you out there also, even if you're not content creators, if you're parents of family, if you're teachers, if you're leaders, whether in the church or not, or even whether you're a student or someone like that, we all go through times of feeling burned out, right? Feeling like we lack motivation. We don't know where to go. We actually just want to do nothing. These are 3 things that I wish I would have done more during a little episode I had of, burnout and lack of motivation that I had a couple weeks ago that actually lasted almost a week. So I kid you not, I really could not make videos. I could not be creative for a week, and it was horrible. These moments, as you have experienced, they're kind of like black holes, right? They just suck all of the energy out of us, and it's really not fun. Okay, here's the first tip that I have coming from my experience. During those 7 days when I could not make videos, I think what I did not do very well, something I regret doing, is I continued trying. Okay, I tried. I tried so hard to create, to write, and to do other things, and it just made me more and more frustrated with myself. And so the first thing I would like to challenge you to do is stop. Okay? I think this can actually be a very beautiful moment as creators, as workers, as leaders, because we see that we're not God. A lot of us like to think that being a leader, being a creative, being someone who should inspire people in any way means always having that creative energy. And sometimes we just don't, because, only God actually has that. And we need times where we just stop and remember that we are creatures and that that's okay. So I'm giving you the permission to give yourself permission to stop working for a while and to not beat yourself up about it, okay? It's okay. It's all right. One thing you probably find yourself saying to yourself all the time if you're going through one of these black hole moments is that you keep saying, I just want to do nothing. I just want to do nothing. And, it's time to do nothing. Okay, tip number 2, be patient with yourself. Okay, this stopping doing your work is a little bit more, I see, of an exterior decision, right? I'm actually not going to do this or that thing. But being patient with yourself is much more of an interior attitude towards yourself. A lot of times when we see that we're not able to create, if you're anything like me, we are so attached to our work and we precisely become very impatient with ourselves because we love working. I think that's not a bad thing always, right? Like to see that, wow, I really love my work. A lot of times I am very productive. I mean, for me, for example, as a content creator, most of the time I do have lots of ideas. I can create lots of movies, and that's great. But I need to also learn to be patient with myself, to have this interior attitude towards my own identity, actually to reinforce my true identity, which is that, I'm not just a machine who's capable of making stuff. I'm also a person who's loved by God, who's loved by others, and that's who I am. That's who I really am. Being patient with yourself, I feel, is, probably the most difficult thing to do during these black hole times, right? But I do think it is the most powerful thing that we can do, the most helpful thing, the most medicinal thing that we can do in order to get out of these experiences. It's almost like the moment you accept that you're going through this time is the time that you actually start to get out of it. It's kind of interesting. All right, the third thing that I want to suggest, and this might surprise you a little bit, is to actually not stop working completely. Okay, I told you that you need to stop in the first tip, but I meant actually stop doing the thing that is burning you out, right? So for me, for example, it was making videos. I should have just stopped making videos. But there are surely plenty of other things that you can do. No, of course, take some time to rest, take some time to recharge, read a book and everything. But there are surely a lot of little things that you can do, like maybe clean your room, organize files on your computer, catch up with a friend, or do lots of other stuff that's probably related to the work that you are doing, but not actually that creative thing that's burning you out. So take this time also to evaluate your to-do list in a little bit more of a profound way and ask yourself, well, what can I do during this time that is not going to burn me out? What are the things that I've been telling myself for months, perhaps even years, that I need to do, that perhaps the Lord is giving me this time to do them? For example, when I was going through that, 7 days of burnout a couple weeks ago, I cleaned my room and I cleaned my studio. And I was so happy. I organized my studio. I kind of rearranged things, and then I cleaned my room. I got rid of all of the clutter there. And that actually can really help us also to get out of these kind of situations, because we're not completely unproductive. We're just productive in a different way, which is also very good. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to add a little bit of a bonus tip, okay? And this is for people especially who are following Jesus, who are Christians. I know that maybe not all of you watching this video are believers, and that's totally okay. But I do want to say something for the believers out there, is that it is possible also that during this time that you feel like you're completely unproductive, that you're burned out, that you're lacking motivation and all of this kind of stuff, especially if your work is something very good, right? Like, for example, me making content for people who are far from the church. I consider that, I hope it's a very good thing for the church, right? It's possible that there could also be an element of spiritual warfare involved in this, okay? You might be, yes, I mean, of course, we have to accept all of the psychological reality, the physical reality that you might be just tired and burned out. But don't forget also to think about that, right? Like, maybe the evil one is playing a part in this. Maybe temptation is playing a part in this. And I think where the devil and our temptation can especially play a part during these times is they try to mess with your view, with your appreciation of your identity, okay? Like I said, a lot of times when we feel that we can't do anything, we go through a little bit of an identity crisis. You see what I mean? Like, oh, I can't work. Oh, I can't do this. Like, I'm so bad. Like, I'm so unproductive. And we see that negative part of ourselves. But maybe this is a time to root ourselves in our true identity, that we are sons and daughters of God, and that God is calling us to do great things through our work, and that we have to stay rooted in this identity in order to be creative. If we are going to continue serving the church, continue serving others, continue serving our family and our loved ones, we must continue to be rooted in this identity. And it's a lot of times, I think, one of the main causes of going through these difficult, unproductive burnout moments is because we don't know how to look at our identity for what it really is. So just remember those 3 tips. The first one is stop doing what's making you feel burned out. Second is be patient with yourself, come back to your true identity. And then number 3 is find other things to do that aren't going to burn you out, but which are all the more important nonetheless. And that little bonus one, don't forget that there could also be an element of spiritual warfare involved in this. And thank you so much if you're watching this video until the end. I'm sorry this video is quite of a raw edit. It's really just a sharing on my part. Not super fancy video, but I really appreciate you watching until the end. Please don't hesitate to leave comments for if you have questions or even suggestions for future videos. And God bless you all, and see you soon for the next video. Bye-bye.